Hello, and welcome to Dickinson's Real Deal. On this show, we help members of the public get the very best price for their antiques and valuables. You get a choice. Sit down with one of our regular dealers. They're going to try and buy your treasures off you for cash on the spot today.
That, Roy, is £1,000.
That's a bit of a shock, actually.
If I don't think that offer is strong enough, I'm going to say, no way. You can't have those goods for that price. Have a gamble, go to auction. We might get you a little bit more money there. Today the show comes to you from Preston and Lancashire. They're a canny lot round this part of the world. They know what they're doing. They know why they're here. They want to walk away with cash or gamble and go to auction, but they want the real deal.
John Parker has the first item of the day on his table.
I brought along some Victorian carriage lamps.
They look quite expensive, so we'll see.
These belonged to my granddad and they were cherished, so I'm not going to give up easily.
Ooh, looks like John has a battle on his hands.
Tell me about these lovely coaching lamps. What's the history?
Well, they belonged to my granddad, who was a big horse lover, and he used to breed Irish horses locally to here. And in his later years, he used to restore carriages. And and these got left to me when he died about 11 years ago. And they've just been sat in an attic, which we now want to convert into a bedroom. So they've got to find a new home.
Right, because I think actually I looked at them earlier, and I think they're signed inside Duckworth, Preston.
Yeah, he always used local people.
Yeah.
So he restored it with tradespeople that were experts in that locally. So
Right.
I can understand he must have bought them local to Preston. Yeah. That makes sense.
No, because they've obviously been restored. Well, let's see if I can come up to expectations.
Okay.
Right. So you've got 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120, 140, 160, 180, 200 and 220. Ooh, temptation, I see. It's written across your face.
I'd like to think that my grandfather cherished these, you know, so I'd like to think that you could offer me slightly more than that amount, to be honest with you. That's a bit disappointing.
Okay. Well, let's see. 240, 260. I'm running out of space here. 280. £300 on the table. What are you thinking now?
Well, just before you make a decision, let me tell you what the independent valuers and the auctioneers say. Let me show you what light they shed on the subject. They say between £200 and £400. £300 is on the table. It's cash, it's tempting, but what are they going to make at an auction? That's for you to decide if you want to gamble.
Okay. Well,
You've heard the words of wisdom.
I have. I would like to think that you could just squeeze out a little bit more, because they are quite special, as David said.
Well, if they made 400 at auction, you would get 340 back after deduction of commission.
Sure.
So if I give you the 340, there we go, another 40 smack in the middle,
Super. I'm very happy with that.
you've got a deal.
That's great.
Oliver, that's
deal.
terrific.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Great tactics, Oliver. Are you pleased?
I actually thought he was going to offer quite a bit less than that, so I think my granddad would be very happy me selling them for that price.
I like the family connection because that gives it a bit of provenance. So I'm pleased, and I think I shall make a reasonable profit out of them.
You sound confident, John. We'll see if you earn a profit later in the show.
Hello, Barbara.
Hello.
Very nice to meet you. I'm James.
Next up is James Late.
I have brought along a little ivory auctioneer's gavel.
I'd be very keen to buy it, and I'd be very keen to give a really good price for it, but it's got a huge crack in the handle.
Let's hope the dreaded crack doesn't prove too costly.
Are you an auctioneer?
No, I'm not.
You're not an
no,
auctioneer,
no, I'm
no,
not. I'm a
but it's-
teacher.
Oh, are you? Right.
Yeah.
Oh, well, you probably need a hammer in your class, don't
Yes, yes, sometimes, yeah.
you? Bang that on the table and tell them to shut up.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it's a little ivory gavel with a propelling pencil inside. These little things were amazingly popular in the kind of the last 10 or 20 years of the 19th century, up to about the First World War. And funny enough, I bought one of these a couple of weeks ago.
Ah, right.
Exactly the same, except it didn't have this huge crack in it, which you can't repair because ivory shrinks.
Yeah.
So you've got this probably silver shaft going down inside here, and it's broken away from it. And there's nothing you can do. You can't disguise it. It's a bit of a tragedy, really. Anyway, having said that, it's a nice enough thing. How did you get it?
My father gave it to me.
Yeah.
He was in the Navy for about 20 years, and he acquired all sorts of interesting bits and pieces on his travels.
On his travels,
I
yeah.
don't think he would have bought it. He would have
Right.
acquired it somewhere.
Someone might have given it to you.
Yeah, exactly.
The sort of chap who said, "Oh, that's nice," and then some, "Oh, would you like
Yeah.
it?"
But as a child, I was always fascinated with it.
It's a nice thing, and a collector would like to have it in perfect condition. Anyway, I'll try and buy it from you.
Okay.
I'll put down some money. I'd like to offer you 20, 40, 60 pounds.
No.
No, you're not looking impressed.
No, I'm not yet, no.
No. All right. I'll put another 20 down, so that's 80.
Got to spoil the party here.
Oh,
Delightful small item. 180 to 220 is what the auctioneer and the independents say. I'm saying it's got style, it's got class, it's got finesse. I think it's worth that kind of money. But it wouldn't surprise me in a speculative sale if it didn't run on and on. So what's on the table? 80. I think it's way behind. I think there needs to be a fair bit more money. James is a dealer I highly respect. He's got a nose. He can smell stuff. If you blindfold him, he'll smell that at 200 metres.
Okay.
right. Okay, that means I've got to put more money down, doesn't it?
Well, yes, I
Okay.
think so, yes.
I'm still concerned about the crack. So we'll add another 20, so it's 100, 120, 140.
No, I think you'd need to go a little bit higher.
A little bit.
Yes,
Okay.
yeah.
Well, I
bit
will
more.
try. I will try one more. So 150 pounds. I think that's where I see it, to be honest.
Okay, well, it's very tempting, but I think I'd like to go for a gamble.
Gonna go for a gamble.
Yes, and I'd like to take it to auction.
Okay. All right. Well, you never know. It might
Yeah,
be the
absolutely.
auctioneer will be waving this around. Sold for how much? It's a mystery.
A mystery.
Anyway, look. I hope you do really well.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for bringing it along. Jolly nice to see it.
Thank you.
Oh, the problematic crack really put James off. It's over to auctioneer John Gerard to see if he can fetch Barbara the price she's looking for.
Okay, so it's coming up next. Your novelty propelling pencil. It really is a lovely item. Made of ivory with silver. You turned down a very good offer of 150 and decided to gamble, probably on my advice, but I think it's well worth a gamble, this one.
A Victorian silver diary novelty propelling pencil, realistic model in the form of an auctioneer's miniature gavel. Bids there of 120 on the net, 130 with me at £130. Any advance on 130, 40, 50, 160, at 170, 170, 180, at £180. Any advance on 180. At 180 we all sure.
It's at 180.
Sell away then at £180. 190, 200, with me at £200.
It's at £200 now.
£200.
200 with a bid on the book.
At £200, all finished. At £200.
Good result. So we've got £200. Now we have the commission to take off. You're left with £164, which is an improvement. Are you
Yes.
happy with that?
I'm happy with that, yes. That's
Satisfied?
wonderful. Yes, satisfied,
Okay.
yes.
On the day £200 under the gavel was the real deal, and Barbara is taking home £164. Just in time.
We're back in the den with Simon Schneider, who can hear the ring of the till with his next lot.
I brought a box set of my brother's coins in. I'm just curious as to see how much they're actually worth.
I've got to be honest here. My interest is going to be in the value of the bullion here.
So are the coins destined for the melting pot?
You brought in this box of proof coins.
Yeah.
Now, how did these come to be in your possession?
They belong to my late brother. He died in 1989, and I inherited them.
And are they something you like yourself? Are they something
I like them very much, yes. We've only just moved house, and when I knew that you were in town, we lost them. So it took ages to find them, you know. Yeah.
So you've been frantically searching for your coins somewhere.
Yeah.
Couldn't remember where you put them in the moon.
No, not a clue.
Well, let's quickly talk about what they are.
Okay.
This is a proof set of 1981 coins. What makes this interesting, as far as I'm concerned, is we've got a nice big gold £5 coin and a sovereign there. We've also got the 50p, the crown, and a couple of copper ones as well here.
Yeah.
Now, coin collecting to me is a bit of an enigma. It's not something I have been into or that I know a great deal about. I haven't got any sort of customers that I can think of that would collect these, but I know that the gold value of them is quite a lot of money.
Right.
So I would like to buy them.
Okay.
That, Roy, is £1,000.
Right. That's a bit of a shock, actually, yeah.
Well, that's not enough.
No.
Because I'll tell you what I want to pay for your coin collection. £1,100. Now, you might be wondering why, because it looks like you didn't expect them to be worth that sort of money.
That much. No, I didn't.
You know why they're worth that amount of money?
Yeah.
It's that one and that one. Take them out, you take that out, and you take quite a bit of that out as well.
Right.
It's the gold. It's the gold content. These are 22 carat gold.
Are they really? Yeah.
The weight of the gold actually comes to a little bit more than that, and the difference between what that is and is my profit.
Right.
But I'd be very, very happy to pay you £1,100 today for them. Let's see what David thinks.
Okay.
Well, I've got two estimations here. I've got 12 to 1,500, and we have a 15 to 1,600. We do need some more in there. Come on, Simon. You know the value. You know what you can get for it. You're the governor, but get some more money down. Otherwise, we might test out the auction.
Thank you,
Let's
David.
see what happens now.
Thank you, David. You were right to ask for a bit more, Roy, weren't you?
Yeah.
But I just know that if they go to auction, someone is going to try and buy them below scrap. And when they add that buyer's premium onto their calculation, they're not going to pay much more than I put down there now for them. But I'll put another £60 down.
Right.
That's £1,160.
Tell you what, if you put me another, if you make it to 1,200, we'll have a deal.
You take 1180. 1180. I just want them under 12. He's going to come over. He's going to tell me to put the 1,200 down. There's £1,200 down. He's working for you hard, that Mr. Dickinson. You realise that, don't you? Shake my hand. Thank you for coming in today, Roy.
Pleasure. Yeah.
He was really genuinely shocked when I put down all that money. What a shame I put it all down, eh? No, joking apart, I'm really pleased for him. Fair's fair, there's a profit in it. I think everybody's happy with this one.
I was just amazed at how much he offered me straight away. It was marvellous.
What a nice surprise, Roy. Happy spending. Coming up, Cheryl gets told.
Well, it's about 70. That's a shaking the head before the note hit the table there.
I know what she'll accept, and when you get there, I'll tell you.
Will Cheryl book her ideas up?
Welcome back to Dickinson's Real Deal.
The team are in Preston as the antiques and collectibles pour into the den. We're with
Hello,
Cheryl
Peter.
Haley
Welcome
for
to
her
the show.
first deal. It's the popular name of Moorcroft.
It belongs to my neighbour, and hopefully we can get the price that she wants of £120. That's what she's looking for.
This is a little bit on the modern side. That worries me a bit. I like it a bit earlier, signed. Not so keen on a table lamp, but see how we go. Hello, Peter. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Now, looking very quickly, a piece of Moorcroft. Tell me about your Moorcroft.
Well, it belongs to my neighbour. She's asked me to bring it along today and hopefully sell it to you.
And why is she thinking of selling it then?
Well, I think she's downsizing and it's something that's surplus to requirements as far as she's concerned now.
So she's given you the job as the negotiator?
That's right, yeah. So mine next on the line.
And has she told you anything about it at all?
I think it's a Sally Tuffin piece and it's called Rose.
Well, I'll just have a quick look here. Okay, you can see the marks here. We've got Moorcroft stamp there, and we've got Made in England. This is quite a modern piece, Peter. Do you agree?
It's not the very early.
No.
No, it isn't. It's a more modern design.
It is. It has this lovely sort of high gloss glaze to it, Moorcroft, which I really like. And like you say, these really fabulous, huge roses. They do the pomegranates, all kinds of different flowers, and it is very attractive. I don't know if a table lamp is the most desirable piece of Moorcroft there is. People tend to like vases and things that they can put more out on display. But shall I get some cash out? I'm sure you've got an idea, or the neighbours.
Well, my neighbour has an idea, yeah. So, obviously I've got to achieve what she wants.
Right, okay, let's get some cash out and see if we can tempt you. How about £50?
No, she'll not accept anything like that.
What about 70? That's a shaking the head before the note hit the table there.
Well, I know what she'll accept, and when you get there, I'll tell you. That's if you offer that much.
Okay. £90. No, we're still shaking.
Yeah.
100.
No, I think she wants more than that for it.
She wants more than that. 110.
No, I think we're still a little bit shy of what she wants. Yeah.
I'm quite liking it for 110, I think, Peter. I think because it's quite modern.
I know what you mean.
If it had been a vase or something a bit
You're
more
not far
decorative.
off, actually. You're not far off.
I'm not far off.
No. If you could stick another tenner on, I think we'd be there.
I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll stick another fiver, 115, and I'm out.
I'm going to have to make up the other fiver if I go back with it. Can you not make it tenner?
I'm going to stick at that. I wasn't going to go over 100 because, as I said, it's a little lamp and not the most desirable piece, but it is Moorcroft.
All right, we'll have a deal at that.
Have a deal?
And I'll have to stick the fiver in. Thank you.
She might let you off.
Thank you.
Thank you, Peter. It's selling fairly well in the trade at the moment, so fingers crossed somebody will want a table lamp.
I won't be putting the extra fiver in. I'll probably have to do some gardening for them or something like that to make up the difference.
We're back in the dealer's den. Let's dance our way over to James's table.
A pair of miniature clogs. Do you know, I have no idea what I would do with a pair of miniature clogs if I was fortunate enough to buy them.
I'm hoping to get £50 to £70 for them.
Well, I'll have a go because they're amusing and nicely made, but I don't really think there's a huge potential in them. We'll see. Barry, hello.
Hello, nice to meet you.
You brought along your spare pair of shoes, I see. What's the story of these?
These were my grandmother's.
Okay. Oh, she actually wore them?
She actually wore them, yes.
How amazing.
Yeah.
Because they're a kind of northern speciality, clogs, aren't they?
Well, yes. Even I wore clogs when
Did
I was
you?
growing up.
Did
yes.
you?
Yeah.
So, your grandmother was born in when, roughly?
1892.
Okay, so these, in that case, would probably date from 1895?
Ish, yeah.
Ish, yeah.
Yeah.
And did a member of the family make them for her?
You used to go to a clogger's and get them made.
Right. Do you know why clogs were all the rage in the north?
They were really good, cheap, long-lasting.
Long-lasting, yeah. So they're made of wood.
The sole is wood.
Yeah, with kind of iron banding, with hobnails.
With nails, and the top's all leather.
And the top's are leather, yeah. Do you know, I have no idea what the market for small pairs of clogs is. I don't know who I'd sell them to. So for me, it's a bit of a pig in a poke.
Yeah.
I think they might be worth 20 quid?
No.
You think they're worth more?
Yes.
Right. I'm going to put another 10 down. So that's £30.
I think they're worth a little bit more.
Do you?
Yes.
Let's see what David has to say.
I'm going to say A up, Barry. Them's the best pair of clogs I've ever seen, and I've seen a fair few pairs of clogs. They're in wonderful condition. 40 to 60 pounds is what the independent valuers and the auctioneer is saying. The Duke is saying to you, give over. They're 80 quid's worth of anybody's money, those. They're the nicest, finest pair of clogs I have seen. I just wish I could put those in my fireplace to look at them time and time again. They're fabulous.
It's a different world out here, Barry.
There you have it, you see.
I know. I don't even pay more than £30 for my own shoes.
Quality, you've got to pay for it.
All right, I'll try one more time. You're a very hard man. I'm going to put £40 down. But that really is as much as I want to give for them.
Put another 10 down and we have a deal.
I'm going to stick at 40, really.
Come on.
No, that's it. Have a go at auction. Nice as they are.
We'll try the auction then.
Okay. Well, look, I hope you do really well. Thanks for bringing them along.
Pleasure.
Maybe I should have bought them because they seem to be very popular. Maybe I could have sold them to David. I think I've done the right thing, though.
Let's see if you have, James.
You sat down with James late. Now, I thought James would really go for these, and he offered £40.
Yeah.
What did you think about the offer?
Not a lot, really.
Well, I didn't really. I tell you why. Normally, these clogs bring kind of 50, 60, 70 quid, depending on the condition. These are in really nice condition. These record, you know, a part of history really within this country. They're coming up now, but is anybody wanting to buy them, I wonder? Let's find out.
Lot 80, pair of 19th century children's clogs. Nice things these, bids at £50, any advance on 50. On commission at 55, 60, 5, 70.
They're at 70, so they're doing well.
5, any advance on 75. In the room then at £75, we all short at 75. All finished at 75.
£75 they have brought. We've got some commission to take off that. We've got about 61, 62 pounds, somewhere round about 62 quid, or just about there. What's your reaction to Granny's clogs at 62 quid?
Well, fine. It's a third more than I was offered on the dealer's day. Anyway.
Okay. It's a little bit more. I can see there's a bit of nostalgia sweeping over you with Granny's clogs then. You probably think to yourself, have I done the right thing here? But they're sold now, and I'm sure Granny wouldn't mind one bit. You're going home with 62 quid, by gum. That's the real deal.
Coming up, John's been given his marching orders.
Tenor again. Oh, I hear dainty footsteps.
I'm afraid the best offer on this is £150 to £200 for a Boer War medal.
Thank you.
Not enough, sir.
Thank you.
But will John obey orders?
They are.
So there you go.
Welcome back to Dickinson's Real Deal from Preston. As the crowds continue to build, John is ready to do battle.
You brought along a medal.
Yes.
What can you tell me about it? Is it a family medal?
Yes, it was my husband's grandfather's medal.
Right, and it's a campaign medal, judging by the names on there of the Boer War?
Yes, that's right, yeah.
What regiment was he in?
Lancashire regiment.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
So it's very much from up here?
Yes. Oh, yes. Yeah.
Yes.
Mm.
And why are you selling it?
Well, you know, it's really nothing to do with me now.
Yes.
And my son's not interested. So I thought, well...
Really, isn't it? But,
yeah, it is.
But I find it quite interesting that Queen Victoria died in 1901 and there's a medal in 1902. So obviously they had them already.
Yes.
And then they were given them...
Didn't they just add the bars to them?
I think they did, yes.
Yeah.
But on to I suppose the original medal was possibly the first one, the Cape Colony.
Yeah.
Anyway, so you've obviously got a vague idea of what it's worth. I haven't a clue.
Right.
But,
well, that's good.
So let's start off and see where we get to. So if if I put down 20, 30 pounds.
No.
Are we nowhere near?
No.
Oh. I'm batting in the dark. You see, so I'm sort of...
Right.
Well, okay, well, let's...
carry on
let's carry on. Let's put a 20 in and then put the 10 back and say 50 pounds.
No, swap it again. Swap the tenner again.
Swap the tenner again. Oh, I hear dainty footsteps.
Oh. I'm afraid the best offer on this is £150 to £200 for a Boer War medal.
Thank you.
Not enough, sir.
Thank you. Right. There you are.
So there you go.
That's what the expert said.
Yes, well, let me. I'm going to put down. I'm going to put down 100, and if I get it for 100, I think I might make a small profit somewhere along the line.
We have a deal.
Thank you very much, Barbara.
Thank you.
First medal I bought, I think, ever. So, fresh fields and pastures new.
Yeah, I was quite happy. £100, fine. £25 each for my grandkids, so that'll do. I'm happy.
We're back with Cheryl.
Chris, pleased to
What's
meet you.
percolating on her table?
1950s little coffee set, very cute.
I was hoping to get around about 60, 70 maybe. A bit nervous about seeing Cheryl, but hopefully she likes it and I get that amount.
Tell me about your coffee set.
I've had it for about 12, 13 years now. It was my grandparents, and when they passed on I inherited it, but it has spent the last 12 years in the garden shed.
Oh, crikey. So we've got the coffee pot, milk, sugar and 6 coffee cans. All looks in good condition.
It is, yeah.
Anything else you know about it? Do you know the maker?
Only from looking underneath, it's Gay Day.
And we've got a quick look.
Palacy, I think it's pronounced.
That's it. There we go. Very stylised, very 50s. Quite contemporary looking.
Nice.
Does it appeal to you, this sort of look, this style?
I do like it, but I've nowhere to put it. It wouldn't fit in my display cabinet, because it's full anyway. But
well, I'm going to get some money out, and if you don't like the bid, you know, you can always pop along to the auction, but see if we can tempt you anyway. Off we go. 20, £40.
no,
You've got a good idea what you want.
I think so. Yeah, not that.
50?
No.
A definite no?
No.
Am I a long way away?
Not too far, but...
Not too far. Chris, I think I like it for £50.
All right.
I think I'm going to stick at 50. What would you like to do?
I think I'll go to auction.
You're going to go to auction? Okay, well, the best
Thank you
of
very
luck.
much.
Nice to meet you. Thanks for bringing it along.
Thank you.
I'm sorry she didn't accept the bid. Not sure she'll do much better at auction, but who knows?
£50, I thought it's probably a fair price, but it is nice. I think somebody else might really like it, which would obviously push the price up. Plus I get to spend the day with David.
Let's hope a day with the Duke brings some luck.
Coming up now is the Palacy Gay Day Pan. It is a coffee set. Not the easiest thing in the world to sell because people don't use coffee sets or tea services anymore. Reserve is £60. Is it going to make it? Let's find out.
Lot 140 coffee set. Gay Day pattern, black and red squares and lines on a white background, complete with stand. Nice item there, £50 straight in on the net at £50, £55. At £55 and we all show at 55. Sell away then at 55, all finished, 60 on the net. It's £60 on the internet, and even on 60. On the internet at 60.
On the internet at 60, it's right on the
Sell away at
reserve.
60, all sure, all finished in the room.
Okay, £60. You turned down 50.
I did.
£60 sounds good under the gavel, but take away the commission and it leaves £49.
That's fine.
At least you've tried it out.
Yeah.
You haven't really lost anything. You've lost a quid, really, I suppose. Cheryl Haley, was right on the day. She was right on the money at 50 quid. You're going home with £49. Are you satisfied?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's okay.
You've tried it, you've ran the room, it didn't work out any better, so you're going home with £49, and that is the real deal. Gay day pattern or no gay day?
Oh, that was almost too close to call. £1 in it. Coming up, who will crack first?
60, 80, 400. You're getting tired watching.
No, I'm not. Carry on.
1, 2, 3.
Will Simon keep handing out the readies?
Hey up! Welcome back to Dickinson's Real Deal from Preston in Lancashire.
It's the last deal of the day and the crowds are excited because a stunning pair of vases has landed on Simon's table.
I really like these silver vases. I think they're gorgeous. I think they're very decorative. I've got somebody in mind I could sell them to. Fingers crossed she's going to sell them to me.
It's not luck that will get you vases, Simon, it's hard cash. David and auctioneer John Gerard are eagerly poised to see if Simon dishes out the dosh.
Now, Susan, you've brought in a very decorative pair of silver vases.
Mm-hmm.
How did you come to own a decorative pair of silver vases?
Well, originally they belonged to my grandfather, who bought them in 1948. When my grandfather passed away, he passed it on to my dad, who then has passed it on to me.
So they're a family piece?
They are,
And
yes.
whereabouts did you buy them in 1948?
Persia.
Bought them in Persia?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that explains, because I think
Yes.
they probably are Persian, but
Yes.
certainly look at it in the,
It's
in the
very
style
intricate,
and decoration.
yes.
Well, they're very decorative, and this type of sort of decorative silver is actually very popular at the moment. Certainly Oriental silver has gone through the roof lately, Chinese. And at first glance, from a distance, I thought these were Chinese, actually, because they're very sort of similar in the fact that there's sort of hardly an inch that's not covered with decoration, and the raised decoration is quite similar to, in style, to the way the Chinese do it as well. But in 1948, they wouldn't have been new then, they would have been old, because I think these are at least sort of the beginning of the 20th century, or they could even be possibly late 19th century. And are they something that you like yourself?
I do like them, but I've got really contemporary taste. I think the time's come now to pass them on to someone who can appreciate them for really what they are, and in the right setting, because certainly my home isn't the right setting.
John, a pair of silver vases, well, let's put it this way, we know they're silver, but there is no mark on them. So when an auctioneer gets some silver and there is no import mark, there's no silver mark on it, how do you describe them in the sale room?
Got to generally put them down as white metal, but if you're confident they are silver or gold, tests gold, tests silver, people generally get the idea then. You're inferring if you put silver, it's hallmarked.
Okay, so you will still, even if you put a tester on it, you're still going to turn around and say white metal?
White metal, test silver.
Okay, so what estimation have you put on the vases?
I generally put around the scrap value, 900 to 1,000, 1,000 to 1,200 pounds, and hopefully attract the buyer who's going to give a bit more.
Typical auctioneer, he's saying, come and buy me on a lower estimate. Our dealer, Simon, is a real wheeler dealer who knows lots of different types of clients. I think he might just have the right client for these. Let's see what he puts on the table.
So my offer is going to be 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 200, 20, 40, 60, 80, 300, 20, 40, 60, 80, 400. You're getting tired watching.
No, I'm not. Carry on.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. £500.
That makes them about 250 each.
That makes them exactly 250. You're very quick with your maths there. That makes them sound cheap, doesn't it, if you say they're only 250 each?
Yes.
I think I'm being a bit mean.
I think so.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I put down another £100, that's £600 there now. I can see Mr. Dickinson racing towards me.
I've raced in to see this rather attractive part Armenian girl here, being one of the Armenian clan myself. Okay, there are no marks on them, but there's a fair weight in silver. Now, there is £900 in scrap silver there for a start. So I'm going to say, on this occasion, charming as he may be, I think they are worth a little bit more. Because if they scrap at £900, I think 600 is a bit on the low side. I think you can put a little bit more in, Simon, and still make a good profit.
Is that your final offer, Simon?
Obviously, I wasn't aware quite how much they scrap for, so I think my offer is on the low side. And I would still like to buy them, but I would also like to guarantee that I would never, ever scrap them, because I can't think of anything sadder than something, you know, it might not be everybody's taste, but I think they're lovely, and I think it would be criminal if they ended up in the melting pot. So I can assure you, if you sell them to me, they won't.
That's
good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 700. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, £800, sir.
No, the scrap value is 900.
But if they only make scrap in auction and somebody only wants to pay the scrap price for them, you're not going to end up with that much the time the commission comes off.
No.
So you've got to consider that.
Well, yes, but you did happen to mention that you had some clients I have got a couple of Iranian clients that I sell glass to, funny enough, and they're very strong buyers of glass. I've never had any Persian silver to show them before, but I think they probably would like it. I think they'd love it.
And I'd like to buy them. I'd like to buy them. How much are they? 800, 860.
No.
I like them. I want to buy them off you. So, what would you actually take for them?
Well, if you put another 40 down, we can shake on it.
I think it would be a wise decision on my behalf to take your advice, put the £40 down, shake your hand and say thank you very much indeed.
Thank you.
And I promise they will not end up melted down or anything like that. I will do my best
pleased.
to find a good buyer for them. Quite rightly, she wanted the right price for them, so I'm very happy to own them. I'd like to have bought them for £100 less, but 900 quid, I've got them, they're mine. Thank you very much for coming in today, Sue.
What's really pleasing is that it's going to go to a good home as well. So I'm over the moon, and I got almost £1,000, so it's brilliant.
Well played, Susan. But will they prove to be the earner that Simon's hoping for? Let's find out as we see how our dealers have fared today. Cheryl took a gamble on the Moorcroft lamp.
I don't know if a table lamp is the most desirable piece of Moorcroft there is.
The gamble paid off, bringing home just a few pounds profit. But there were unexpectedly good returns for
They've got to
everybody
find
else.
a new home. I would like to think that you could just squeeze out a little bit more, because they are quite special.
Their perfect condition caught the eye of a fellow dealer, and they turned out to be a great buy for John when he sold them on through the trade.
I've got to be honest here, my interest is going to be in the value of the bullion.
But as it turns out, the coins were too good to scrap. A deal was done with a coin specialist and Simon cashed in.
You did happen to mention that you had some clients
But their vases didn't even make it to the Iranian clients. They were snapped up by a silver dealer in a flash.
We've had a nice day here. There's been lots of action, lots of buying, lots of selling. That's what I like to see. Don't forget to join me, David Dickinson, next time for Dickinson's Real Deal. Bye for now.